It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. From his own end zone, here we go. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Go! On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. His first throw is an interception. And the Browns force the turnover on the first series of this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Point it right, Good. What's up?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Good. What's up?
They give it to him again. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Good.
Baker now from the gun. Got a man. It's Njoku. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down.
Good. Hurry.
Slot man motioned over.
Done.
That one's out and caught on the right side. Touchdown, Cleveland. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
one splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Into the hands of Dulcin. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's go now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Warriors 70. 19 right.
From the 42. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Hurt. Go.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready.
Another run for Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Good. Nice one.
Baker now off the play fake. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game.
Real.
A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's on the move. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Run, run, run. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
1st down. Here's Baker. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Good. Alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Throwing again is Baker. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Regular, regular, regular. Set. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert. Option, option. Got.
Mayfield to throw again. Throw caught at the 6. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Set. Watch out.
He finds him right side. That's a Cleveland touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready. Come 19. Come 19.
Now Nix. Forced out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Another try following the sack. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 range. 70 range. Yeah.
Nix from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Set. Kings, Kings, Kings. Kings, Kings, Kings. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Dad.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He gets a lot behind. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
Hey, hey, check that. Check. Roll, roll, roll.
Running right, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast.
Go.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Straight ahead with Williams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. But when you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball will go right over their head.
First and 10 from the 41.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
Play action with Nix. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Let's go now.
Browns in a dime set, third down coming, trying to lock up those passing lanes.
Warriors 70. 19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has the connection to Ridley. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Come 19. Buffalo 18.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Now to be caught by Troy Franklin. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good. What's that?
Play fake. It's Mayfield. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Good. What's that?
Working inside the red zone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Good. Pistol. What's that?
They'll send him up the middle. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Done.
From the gun, Mayfield. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Pioneer. Set ready. 7 Pirates.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Come on. 70 range. 70 range.
Nix with it on 1st. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Okay, ready? Ready, go!
Give to Williams from the gun. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's caught near the line of scrimmage. Working quickly here.
70 Lions, 60 Eagles.
So
60
early
Eagles.
movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Set up. Check smash.
They've got a man in
Check
motion.
smash, 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
3rd and long for Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos make it an 11-point ball game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Good. What's up?
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Good. Run, run, run.
The tight end going in motion right. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's that?
Baker now from the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jeff Okuda. Third and 4 coming up now.
Set. What's that?
That one's out and cut on the right side. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Set.
They send the tight end in motion. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Set. What's that?
They'll try and punch it in. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal.
Set.
Judy there to grab it. Touchdown, Cleveland. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 18. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
18 Rattler. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Set go.
Nick's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up second down.
Cowboy 80. Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. Huh.
Nick's from the gun. Headed out right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying getting it to Calvin Ridley. So now it's going to be third and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ready. 19 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18.
On third down, here's Nix. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 60, trap 60. And up.
They'll throw again. Nix. Into the hands of Dulcich. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 39. He's throwing deep to the left side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Running for the marker with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They're set up at the 35 now.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. Go.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talked about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Going left side, Williams with it. And he's taken down on a short run that gets inside the 35. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Last thing, 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check out.
Play action with Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos make it an 11-point ball game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Run. Good. Hey, alert 33. That.
Mayfield now from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Good.
Throwing again is Baker. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up.
Protect. Regular. Point it right. What's that?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Setting up the running back screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
A run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go.
60 bicep. Warriors 70. Come on. Set. 19 light. 19 tight.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. On the move, headed right. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Don't go 18. 18, 5 in. 7 fires. Trap 60.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Ready, set.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Ready. 79 Broncos.
Now Nix. Complete to Tremble. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
60. 18 run. Panther 11. Ready.
Nix with it on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. Launching deep down the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
You know, that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. That's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Go!
Now Nick's on third down. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So for the third time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. Got all of it, and this is good. And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Alert! 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 Good. Up, Justin. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. That one complete to Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Good. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Good.
Finding Judy. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Good.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns up by 8. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Good. Regular. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Pistol, pistol, pistol. That's hot.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is his biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock.
What's that?
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. So the Browns come away with the win. And they're stacking momentum right away this season.